All right, I want to talk about driving for Uber in California. Currently, I'm in not in California, but close. I'm in Ikebukuro in Tokyo, in Japan. So California, of the future. But if you were an Uber driver in California, you got to understand, or a gig worker in general, you got to understand Prop 22. Prop 22 is like consolation prize for gig workers that kind of stood up against these companies. And what did the companies do? A couple years back, got together, spent a bunch of money, and they passed Prop 22, which says like, okay, how about this? We can call you independent contractors, but we have, we give you like certain benefits of, get guaranteed wage, well, kind of thing about guaranteed, what is it, earnings guarantee. So there's a lot going on here. So an earnings guarantee. And so, okay, so what was the earnings guarantee? Okay, if you're a gig worker of any kind, and that's any level, Uber X, XL, Comfort, even Uber Black, Lyft XL, all the things, DoorDash, Grubhub, any gig worker in California. I'm sure other markets have their version of Prop 22 by now. But as soon as you say yes to a request, you're going to get, you're on the clock. They have to start paying you for time and distance. Where am I going here? I have a hotel around here, but I don't know. It's a little early to get checked in, though. It's only 8 o'clock at night on a Monday. I love Ikebukuro. It's just kind of more toned down. It just feels more real Japan nightlife. But Shinjuku, Shibuya, that's like next level nightlife. But yeah. So anyway, what is this saying? Okay, so when you say yes to a request, you're on the clock, so you get time and distance, and it doesn't matter what car you have, what platform you're on, what level or anything. They just have to pay you the minimum earnings guarantee. So that is, what is that? It's, where am I? What is that? The Royal Hotel? I think I'm somewhere. I'll check later. So unfortunately, fortunately, I don't know. Labor laws, they don't have Uber X in this country. They have something called S-Ride, I think. Come on, DJ. There we go. But they have Uber Black and Uber Taxi. So anyhow, this looks familiar. Maybe. It's, I thought that was a Pizza Hut. It's a Ringer Hut. All right. What was I saying? Okay, how much is the guarantee? The guarantee is, how much is the guarantee? I've been converting everything to yen now, so it's 37 cents a mile and 120% of the city's minimum wage from the city that the ride request originated in. If you happen to catch a ride in Tokyo, I'm sure they'll use Tokyo's minimum wage, but that's impossible for California. I tried logging in. It wouldn't, that's a nice WRX STI. Anyways, okay, so 37 cents a mile 120% of the city's minimum wage. That's kind of set in stone for the last couple of years. They raised the maintenance fee, the maintenance compensation a lot in part of thanks due to Sergio and Chris from the rideshare guys channel Show Me the Money Club, and they caught Uber in like they should be keeping up with inflation and they weren't, and they called them out on it, and they said my bad, our bad, and then they gave us a raise. That was nice of them, but 37 cents a mile at gas is I've been in this country, I've been out of the country for a while, so I was last time when I left it was in the almost $6 gallon range. Anyhow, let's see here. What else was I saying? So, if a customer is, let's take the Bay Area. There's different minimum wages other than California state minimum wage, as far as I know. They might have raised it July 1st, but as of January 1st, 2026, $16.50 an hour, I think it is. It works out to be. So that's 120% is $19.80 or $20.28. $20.28. 33.7 or 33.8 cents. I gotta get something to drink. Oh, that's good. That's cool. So there's a frog behind me. Love this country. So I think I may have taken this spot. I'll give him that corner. Talking gig work here. Anyways, oh good, there's a 7-Eleven. And there's a Krispy Kreme. Haven't we done enough to these people? We give them diabetes. Like, I mean, they got McDonald's here, they got Burger King. But it tastes different. It feels healthier. But we got to draw the line. We just like, anyways. So if you pick up a passenger, let's say in San Francisco, you get paid for the entire ride, even if they go out of San Francisco, like Sacramento, you get paid for San Francisco's minimum wage. And that's, better. I don't think it's worth it to drive all the way out to San Francisco. Depends on how far you are, but just to go get in on that minimum wage stuff. So anyways, yeah, that doesn't really make sense. But if you happen to be like right next to, like, say, Mountain View, outside of it, and a request pops up and it's the person standing in Mountain View and you're not in Mountain View, you get paid for Mountain View minimum wage, which is one of the highest in California, the last I checked. So, and there's a vending machine. We need these. Oh, they got grape Fanta. I had enough sugar today. Although, nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna stop by a Lawson or Family Mart. There we go. There's a hotel around here. Anyways, let me finish this video. So, paid for time, paid for distance. Oh, nectar. I like these things. 150. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I don't know. It's cold. It's actually, I have some 50s I could burn through here. Let's turn this around. This one is going home with me. Okay, let's go with a Camel. There it is. 50. And I don't want to use these 100s because I use those for coin laundry. There's another 50. And there's another 50. All right. Shout out to BMAC Uber driver, by the way. BMAC driver. Great, great channel. Been watching them for a while. Sacramento Uber driver. And yeah, very detailed on his videos. Shows his earnings. Goes over, you know, doesn't sugarcoat it. All right, let me just finish this off here. Ooh, it's nice and cold. I should have got a GoPro. I mean, the DJI Osmo is nice, but I think every time I got to keep my eye on it, otherwise it like starts to like look at other things, gets distracted. Oh, that's peachy. That is peachy keen. Stay near the recycle trash. Prop 22. So let's say you pick up a passenger anywhere in California and you show up, they're like 10 miles away and 15-minute drive. You get paid for those 10 miles and 10 and 15 minutes on the way to picking them up. If you cancel the ride, you forfeit the earnings. If you cancel because you waited out the cancellation fee, there's a chance you might still get the earnings of the Prop 22 money. But anyhow, so they have to pay it to you. If you show up and the passenger takes forever, like 10 minutes before they get in the car, you get paid for that 10 minutes in time. So oh, that's tasty. Okay, downside, but well, there's no more really jackpot earnings unless you count like really good tips. It's one of the cleanest countries in the world, but good luck trying to find a trash can. So it is oh yeah, surge pricing is fake. Quest bonuses are fake. Sorry to burst that bubble, but it is if you do the math on this stuff, you know, and there's no point to drive anything but UberX or really just food delivery. I mean, at least food delivery doesn't have really a vehicle requirement. If it's busy enough, that's the downside of food delivery. Subject lost. I'm right here, DJI Osmo. Don't give me that. Subject lost. I swear, this thing. I know a GoPro that wouldn't lose the subject because you know I know that I'm holding it, but it does not like my face. I think I blend in too well. I don't. Got to grow my hair back out. All right, there we go. You got me now, DJI. All right, Osmo Pocket 3. I mean, it's pretty well lit here. Huh? So they have a recycle in this store here. 7-Eleven. Nope. All right, let me check the map. At least I can be walking in the right direction. What do we got here? Oh, actually, I was going in the right direction. It's just another 2 blocks that way. All right. Anyways, so how to maximize? Surge pricing. Surge pricing is fake. Let me tell you how. So Uber knows that they can underpay you. They can pay you less than the ride is worth under Prop 22 earnings guarantee on a per ride basis. But at the end of 2 weeks, at the end of the earnings cycle, they have to give you the adjustment out there. So, and they call it like an earnings adjustment out there. So, great, here's an extra $27 and some cents or something like that. Every 2 weeks for rideshare, every 1 week for DoorDash. Like clockwork. I've been getting earnings adjustments. What do we have here? It's just a BMW. Nice one. I just saw the spoiler out there and I was like, oh, yeah, nice. But, it's M3. Okay. I'm right here, DJI. There we go. All right, so how the fake surge works. Fake surge. So what they can do is, let's say a ride comes in, UberX ride, whatever, doesn't matter. Prop 22 says that ride's a $10 ride. You earned $10 on Prop 22. Uber and Lyft, they'll offer you $5 for that ride. And you take it, you drive, passenger, you drop off, you get the $5. Let me see if I can get this Supra. That is a very nice body kit on a very nice car. All right. Okay, I'm back. So you get $5. Uber is giving you $5 for that ride. Now, they know that they owe you 10. So they know they have to pay you an additional 5 at the end of the earnings cycle. But they will hold on to that, and you either wait it out and you not do a single other ride and they'll give you the $5 at the end of the 2 weeks, or they wait for a ride that they know they're going to need drivers for. I think the hotel is over there. I'm going to go to that Family Mart and get some supplies before I go up to my room and pass out. So they, what they'll do is, what will they do? They'll take the $5 they owe you, and then before the end of the earnings cycle, another ride pops up, and it's like they really need drivers for it. Low star rated passenger, bad drop off area, bad pickup, whatever. No one wants it. They got to add a little extra incentive. They will add that $5 to your offer personally, because they know they owe it to you anyways, but they'll make it look like it's a promotional bonus or surge pricing or what have you out there. So if you are an Uber Comfort driver, Uber XL, Lyft Extra Comfort, Uber Black, Lyft Extra Black. They have Lyft Black. They should have Lyft Extra Black. But if you are one of those drivers and you get, I've walked about 3 blocks since that vending machine. I have not seen a trash can. Or trash. Yeah, it still blows my mind. So, let's see what's over here. I love how when it loses, it just picks a random spot. It's just like it just has a little fit. I swear this is not that, film and forget kind of thing. Okay, so if you're a premium driver and you're getting an Uber, or you're getting a Prop 22 earnings adjustment, you're making less money than an UberX driver because you're in a more expensive car. And you should not be getting a Prop 22 earnings adjustment, because that means at the end of that 2 weeks, they underpaid you the same way they would underpay an UberX driver. I think I may be in luck. But yeah, I mean, might be other benefits, at least to comfort level. If you're in like a cheap Tesla, you know, you're not, you know, I mean, and Teslas have gotten fairly affordable, actually, pretty good. So, the tips are, I used to drive Uber Comfort in 2023 and Uber XL. And yeah, I would say the tips were better. But the fact that I was driving a minivan that qualified at the time for those levels. And, there it is. Okay, found it. And another vending machine. Reload my drink. But that's all right. Okay. All right, let's go find that Family Mart again. So yeah, I mean, the tips were good. They didn't make up for the fact that I was getting 20 miles per gallon out of that minivan at $5 a gallon gas. So, yeah. But if I had a Tesla that I spent, say, $15,000, maybe $20,000, it's a nice car for 20 grand. And if it was in good shape, battery was good and everything, didn't need anything, and I could charge it maybe at home. I didn't have to use supercharging all the time, and I was okay with the range. Then yeah, I'd probably go. That's if I wanted to go back to doing comfort. This is probably what I'd go with. So, yeah, if you're a gig worker in California, understand Prop 22, because it could save your life, or it could save you a lot of money. Drive the cheapest car. Honestly, that's what Prop 22 tells me, is it's minimum viable product. So you get yourself a cheap Prius and you just drive the hell out of it. And that's pretty much it. That would do it. Make as much money as you can while you can. The robotaxi revolution is not here yet. Even in the cities it is there. I mean, like San Francisco, there's still, I mean, I've driven down the last year, 2026, this year, as UberX, and I've had no trouble getting rides. So if I had a Prius that had no trouble on hills, I would absolutely, and it made sense to like living a little closer to San Francisco. Still a good market. Kind of. Well, it's 120% of cities San Francisco's minimum wage, so it's still good. Yeah. But on the other hand, the Bay Area is insanely expensive, much like Tokyo. Yes, but let's see what else. Used Prius, I'd go with 2015, probably 2016. You don't want the first year of the redesign, the new generation. 2017, 2018 Prius. You're looking like for a good one, probably at a dealer it's been checked out. Make sure it doesn't stolen catalytic converter or anything. But you're looking at $18,000 to $20,000 out the door with some minimal catch-up maintenance, new tires and stuff like that. And yeah, just go out there and grind. So, I mean, gig works, it's not for everybody, but I mean, it did pay for this this trip, this little vacation for me in Japan for backpacking around Japan for 3 weeks. But I had to work like hell to save up for it. And I'm traveling kind of on the budget here. But so that I think. Wish I could do some deliveries over here, but tourist visa, not allowed to work. But, yeah. All right. Anyways, I think that's about it. Understand Prop 22. God bless you. Take care. What else? Oh, don't even think about exploiting Prop 22, the system. Uber will find you, they will catch you, and they will deactivate you. And what I'm talking about here is, yes, as soon as you say yes to any request, including food delivery, they have to pay you by time. So you might be thinking like, oh, okay, who's to say that light wasn't red and I just stopped and added an extra 15 minutes to the ride, and they have to pay you for that 15 minutes. Yes, they do. They will find out that DoorDash is got a hair trigger on that stuff. Uber, it's not impossible for Uber to do that because of all the drivers, thousands of drivers in that market. All they need to do is compare you with somebody else that's happened to be in the system, that going to that restaurant to pick up the food or going logged in waiting for a passenger and not going 5 miles an hour because you're claiming that there's a backup, there's traffic. I mean, you think about it. It's an easy task for Uber to do that. It's not worth it. Honestly, if it is this, I know the addiction. I understand the addiction of these jobs. I know it too well. If it is that bad, you got to call it quits. You got to end the abusive relationship and just walk away. And that's what it is. Feels like sometimes, is that a lot of drivers seem to feel like, Uber loved them once. Like, the truth is, Uber never loved us. We were a transition to these companies. I mean, you could literally be with these companies online for 10 plus years and you're still just a random number in the system. Dara is never going to, give you a call or send you an email wishing you a happy birthday. It's like saying, hey, thanks a lot for driving for the last 10 years on the platform. It doesn't happen. There is the day you start and the day you quit, you are the same level. There's no promotion. There's no, L5 Uber driver kind of ladder of success kind of thing. The only difference is, you learn the market, you learn how to deal with passengers, how to give them, the best ride possible. And yes, that also translates to some tips. But speaking of Uber, as an Uber taxi, when you call an Uber here, it's either Uber Black or they call a local taxi. But I guess they advertise as Uber over here. So yeah, don't cheat the system. Not worth it. Support the gig tubers that are out there, sharing their experiences. But I think one of the greatest ones was the Dustin is Driving legend in the industry. Been saying for years, is that always have a backup plan and be ready to adapt. So, all right, I'm going to Family Mart and get a big old jug of water, some Japanese Coca-Cola, and we're just gonna, get checked in, and that's about it. So, all right, take care.